That's like the scene in the
I heard you guys practicing.
We were.
I was like, what the hell is going on? Is it like a birthday party? Or what is happening?
Did that start with one clap?
It did.
Oh yeah.
It was like the dramatic movie clap, like, you know.
We practiced 3 times, and I was like, man, this is some type of reality show where like the band's just not going to show up, and I'm going to be like, all right.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Good job, guys. All right, so listen, this is their press conference. It's Nutting from Live on the 5. We've got an international viewing audience right now, which is really cool. And we're going to get to your guys' questions, because believe me, I'll talk to these guys forever. No, please have a seat. Brad's keeping me as a nice host. I feel like I'm like, you know, Montel Williams or something. All right, so let's start with you, sir.
Hey, I'm from Oakland, California, Chicago originally. Just wondering, what is your favorite city that you guys play?
I'm pretty sure that they're all different for each guy. I think the majority of the band would pick wherever they live. It's probably their favorite place to play.
What about, who's the most pumped up crowd?
You know, it's interesting. Crowds are really crowds are in a lot of ways like very, very similar. As long as you're the band that they're there to see, then it's going to be awesome. But you know, it's interesting because there are definitely different cultures in the world where people, like in Europe and in South America, even in parts of Asia, where the concert is like the destination. It's like a 3-day destination, and it's been that way forever. The U.S. is just starting to pick that kind of vibe up, and these guys have been doing it forever. So there's a lot of different kinds of bands, and everybody just loves music, no matter what kind of music it is, and everybody pays attention. So it's just a different energy that you get from those kinds of crowds. But at the same time, you know, like I said, if you're the band that they're there to see, then every city is awesome.
Hey, I'm Chris from San Jose. I'm wondering, what are you guys going to do after this tour?
Well, I have a lot of like bills to go through.
Real life to take care of.
Box of mail that I'm going to look through, and I have some drawers. Like when you walk into my home, there's like some drawers near the pantry, and I put all my receipts in there, but I just throw them in there. So I'm going to take everything out. Put everything out like I like to get out of the drawer. Really get it all on the table. That way I can really see what's in there, and I'll start to organize it. Like I'll get all the receipts together. I'll probably get those to my business manager, so you know if any of those are write-offs, they can look through them. And then if I have business cards, I like to keep those just for reference if I ever need to look back at them. And then I'll start to decide like what's trash.
Same thing I'm doing when I get home.
Very recycling. And if there's anything I want to give away, then I'll make a pile for that too.
Fantastic. That's awesome.
John,
That's a lot of work.
Kind of.
John from San Rafael. How much inspiration do you guys draw from your peers? Say a guy like Justin Bieber.
Well, Justin Bieber is actually very talented, and I can understand why a lot of people are inspired by him. I'm not kidding. I mean, whether you like his music or not, it doesn't matter. The guy is really talented, and but I think that what's interesting about being in a band is, you know, I think maybe when we were younger and we were like getting into music, we kind of would look at what other bands that we were doing, like the things that we liked about what they were doing, and kind of drew from that to kind of kickstart your own creative process. Whereas like now, we do everything we possibly can to not be like anything else. So I find that when I'm writing, I tend to not really listen to anything else, because I'll tend to want to write, you know, like that, or I'll subconsciously be drawing from those things. So that's really the tricky part. You know, like when I was singing as a young person, I would like try to imitate my favorite singers because they had great voices and I wanted to sound like them. And the most difficult part of my process was finding what I sounded like. You know, so I have no idea. It's interesting because like when I play with a band called Camp Freddy sometimes, and it's like me and a bunch of other guys from the bands, and we play cover songs. And it's like, when I am asked to sing like the Mountain Song by Jane's Addiction, like I can just nail it because I've listened to it my whole life and I love that song. But like when I go on stage and have to sing my own songs, it's like it's more difficult for me to sing like me than it is for me to sing like Gary Farrell or somebody else like, So.
Mike from Civica. I want to know what bands you guys are listening to right now. What new bands you guys are listening to?
There's so many good bands. Like I was just talking to my wife the other day. I was like, it's a really great time right now in terms of all kinds of music because there's so many artists doing really innovative work. So I've been listening to Crystal Castles and Arcade Fire, and I like Civil Twilight a lot and Airborne Toxic Event.
Yes.
Agreed. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Sean from San Jose, and I just wanted to compliment you guys on the new direction that you guys are kind of taking. But I was wondering if you're ever gonna get back into like anything heavier,
Like in terms of
like back in like Hybrid Theory and Meteor.
I think even physically heavy things.
The weights or what?
I do exercise, but I'm more.
On the Bowflex lately, it's okay.
I'm more focused on running.
Shake weight.
All right. B90.
Love that commercial.
I think that I think that that heaviness is more like a state of mind, and I think that you could do something really aggressive, or you can even use the word heavy, in unique ways other than ways that would be obvious. Like, for instance, everyone associates really distorted guitar with heavy music. For me as a guitar player, I played guitar for a long time now. I won't tell you how long, 'cause I'm getting up there. It's a challenge for me in the studio. How do I create that feeling that maybe I employed guitar with distortion on one of our earlier albums? How do I get the honest emotion of that out in a unique way? And that's what makes being in the studio so fun and so challenging. And I appreciate the compliment about the new record, because we really spent 2 years in this case exploring the studio space, if you will, and finding a sound that identifies how we feel as artists today.
That's awesome.
Hey, what's up? I'm Adam from Napa. My question is, on 1,000 Suns, the production involves heavier use of electronics than your earlier albums. Was this intentional from the beginning, or did it develop as the album took shape?
That's a good question.